He never thought a simple trip to the grocery store would change his life. But that's exactly what happened that chilly November morning. John Miller, a single dad in his late 30s, pushed his worn-out cart through the bustling aisles, his young daughter Lily skipping a few steps ahead of him. She was 8, bright-eyed, and the light of his life. But life had been anything but kind to John. A factory accident 2 years ago had left him with limited work options, and his small paycheck barely covered rent, groceries, and school supplies. As he carefully picked items off the shelves, trying not to go over budget, a group of well-dressed parents with their kids passed by. One of them sneered loud enough for him to hear. "Wow, look at this guy," single dad barely scraping by trying to feed his kid. Pathetic. John's face burned with embarrassment, but he didn't react. Lily, sensing his discomfort, clutched his hand tightly. That day, as he paid for his groceries with exact change, he overheard another whisper. "How does someone like him even survive? Poor thing." The sting of their words wasn't just in the mockery, it was in the judgment, in the assumption that his worth was defined by his bank account. At home, John tucked Lily into bed and sat on the couch, staring at the empty walls of their tiny apartment. He often wondered if his efforts were enough. Was he giving Lily the life she deserved? The bills piled up, and he worked long hours at the local diner, often skipping meals himself so Lily could eat. Despite the hardships, he never let her feel the weight of their struggles. A few weeks later, John was asked to cover an extra shift at the diner. That night, a well-dressed businessman named Mr. Thompson came in with a group of colleagues. He noticed John serving tables with a smile despite the exhaustion, his daughters drawing tape to the wall behind the counter. Mr. Thompson struck up a conversation, curious about the man who seemed so humble yet carried himself with dignity. Over coffee after his shift, John shared bits of his story. His love for Lily, the accident that changed everything, and how he managed to keep going despite the judgment of others. Mr. Thompson was moved. He confessed he had also judged people like John before, based on appearances and status, but here was a man who was rich in determination, love, and integrity. Weeks later, Mr. Thompson offered John a managerial position at his new restaurant chain. The pay was more than John had ever earned, and the position came with stability, benefits, and even a chance for promotion. John's hard work, resilience, and unwavering care for Lily had finally been recognized. But karma wasn't done yet. A few months later, John ran into the same group of parents who had mocked him at the grocery store. This time, he walked past with a confident smile, driving his modest but reliable car, dressed neatly, and accompanied by a beaming Lily. One of them tried to make a snide comment, but John simply